Still on typhoon in South Korea as the 25th World Scout Jamboree comes to an end. South Korea's city of Seoul is hosting the closing ceremony this evening. It is to be followed by the Kpop live concert where big names in Kpop is set to perform.
Yeah, we now connected to our contributor in South Korea, Sean. Sean, how is the general atmosphere at the scene right now?
Yes, so right now is the 25th World Scout Jamboree closing ceremony. I'm outside Sangam in Seoul City, the World Cup Stadium, where the event is taking place. From about an hour ago, we've seen the closing ceremony take place. Most of the scouts have all joined this event at the new venue away from the original Saemangam site where the campsite was originally planned at. So we see about 43,000 scouts joining the event right now, and many of them who actually departed early from the Saemangam site, including the UK, US, and Singaporean scouts, all have made it to today's closing ceremony.
Right, Son. So I can imagine scouts around the world attending the closing ceremony of Jamboree in Seoul right now and watching the K-pop super live concert. And we believe that this is one of the highlights of the closing event. So tell us more, who are performing, and maybe you can like give some explanation to us. Is everyone excited for it?
Mm-hmm.
Of course. So in about 45 minutes at around 7 p.m. Korea Standard Time, we will have the K-pop Super Live concert, which hosts about 18 to 19 K-pop stars and idol groups. Namely, the biggest stars would be New Jeans, as well as ITZY, Mamamoo, and NCT Dream, which are all big household names for the K-pop fans globally. All of the scouts are very excited. I was just standing inside the stadium where I could feel the general atmosphere of the closing ceremony. Everybody is excited. All the scouts are cheering with the best of environments there could possibly be. As you know, Tropical Storm Kanun hit South Korea, and until yesterday night actually, the heavy rain and wind was a bit of a danger and worry for the closing ceremony this evening. But right now, despite the cloudy skies, we're not seeing any rainfall, and the weather is perfectly cool enough to host both the closing ceremony and the K-pop concert.
Yes, Sean, we can imagine how difficult and quite dynamic it is, but since it is a special difficult Jamboree this year and you've been closely following the event, how do you see it turned out?
Of course, I mean, we just had the closing ceremony with the Secretary General of World Scout Organization, Ahmad Al-Handawi, giving a very inspiring speech, as well as a closing speech by Han Duck-soo, Prime Minister of South Korea. We had so many difficulties, as you know, with the weather conditions. First of all, we saw the heat waves striking all of the scouts, making them unbearable in the fields, campsites of Saemangam landfill area. That was just the beginning of the problems. Many of the scouts announced early departures from the campsite due to weather conditions, as well as hygiene and food conditions provided by the scout organization. But a few days later, we had the storm, the typhoon Kanun, also hitting the lands of South Korea. That was also severely a problem which initiated the Korean government to actually clear out the Saemangam campsite and move all of the scouts to different parts of South Korea, mostly being stationed in nearby Seoul in Gyeonggi province or North Chungcheong province, which is closer to the original campsite, Saemangam. So all in all, I think the organizers and the Korean government had a really difficult time due to the weather conditions. There has been also domestic and international media criticisms on the sort of ill preparedness of the Korean side. But I think that all has to come down to an understanding given the difficult conditions provided by natural disasters. Right now, I think at the closing ceremony, I feel a very positive sense from all of the scouts. I've been talking to a few scouts entering the stadium as well, and they're all very, very happy. They had a great time, it seems, at South Korea, and now we give the duty over to Poland to host the next World Scouts Jamboree.
All right, Siyoung Kim, today's contributor in South Korea. Thank you so much. Please enjoy the closing ceremony and say hi to the members of New Jeans.
Oh.